It's pretty expensive to be a woman in this country. Collectively, we fork over about $426 billion a year on hair, nail, and cosmetic supplies. But glamour aside, for the products and services we actually need, like healthcare, housing, and insurance, women are still paying more. I tapped Leah Goldman, Features and Special Projects Director at Marie Claire magazine, whose article, Why Women Pay More, exposes the harsh realities of price discrimination.
The state of California found, on average, that women were paying a markup of about $1,351 that men weren't having to pay for the same goods and services. So we looked at women across the country, because it's really no different in Miami or Chicago or New York, and found that on average women pay $151 billion in extra fees and markups that men don't have to pay.
Some of those marked up items include everyday toiletries, such as disposable razors, shaving creams, shampoos, and soaps, all dressed in prettier packaging, but functionally identical to those sold to men. Some dry cleaners also appear to take part in price favoritism, charging slightly higher prices to clean a woman's shirt. According to Goldman's research, these dry cleaners claim our tops are more labor-intensive to clean and require special machinery. But I don't know, can you tell the difference? And the list of perpetrators goes on. For example, the hair care industry. Women have long been aware of unfair price discrimination, though we seem to voluntarily buy into this practice, spending twice total what men do on their hair. Salons say the extra time and artistry involved in a woman's mane more than justifies the 10 to 50% markup, but is it still fair to charge more if you have, say, Justin Bieber's haircut? It's a similar excuse we've heard from dry cleaners. It's just more work, they say. So I guess what appears to be discriminatory pricing is really just the cost of doing business. So why all the fuss?
The big ticket items that women pay more for include everything from mortgages, health insurance, life insurance, home repairs, car repairs, across the board. All the biggest big ticket expenses in your life you'll probably pay more for than a man.
Perhaps it's no more apparent than in the healthcare industry, where about 92% of the top insurance plans charge women more, and that doesn't include maternity services. Starting in 2014, under the Affordable Health Care Act, 14 states have banned gender rating, but in states that haven't made changes, glaring price discrepancies still exist. In Kentucky, for example, a healthy woman pays 14% more than a smoking male for the exact same coverage. In Florida, women pay over $1,000 more per year in healthcare premiums. It's because they often have to pay extra to cover inadequate maternity coverage or take on the brunt of maternity care on their own, for an average cost of $9,600. These are huge financial burdens with lasting consequences. Let's not forget, too, that women still make less than men, about 74 cents for every dollar her male counterpart earns. So how are businesses getting away with this exactly?
There is no federal law banning gender pricing. So across the country, it really varies by state to state and also by city to city.
As a consumer, here's how you can fight back. First, refuse to patronize businesses that blatantly discriminate. By letting them know that you'll be going elsewhere because of their unfair price practices, it may be enough to grab their attention. Next, no one says you have to pay more for women's products. If it costs less and does the same thing, who cares if you use a man's deodorant or shaving cream? If the fragrance is an issue, get the kind for sensitive skin, which is usually scentless. Next, comparison shop. I know that sounds obvious, but Goldman says that women tend not to be as aggressive in this area as men, particularly when it comes to mortgage rates and cars. Finally, if you suspect you're being charged differently because of your gender, report it.
Contact your local representative, be it a mayor, a council person. Let them know that you're not okay with it. Give them specific examples in email or letter so that they know what they can investigate.
And don't forget, we want to hear from you. If you've ever experienced price discrimination, find me on Twitter and let me know. I'm at Farnoosh, and use the hashtag FinFit. For Yahoo Shine, I'm Farnoosh Tarabi.